Hey, today we're looking at the double stroke roll. So what is the double stroke roll? Well, it is playing two strokes with each hand, like this. When we're playing at this tempo, we can play the first stroke as a rebound, and then the second stroke as the snap. So what happens is the first stroke is the normal as we would play a single stroke using the rebound, and the second stroke we use the snap or the pull to actually pull and snap the stick back down, actually to the down position. So a great thing to practice for the double stroke roll is to be able to accent the snap or the pull. So you have this kind of action. So you can hear I'm really accenting and trying to make the most out of that second note. It's actually quite difficult to do this at a fast tempo. So by practicing it at a slower tempo, one hopes that you basically are training the muscle memory to be able to do this more naturally. And it helps to build up the finger control and strength in your fingers. So far, we've only looked at using our fingers as one solid unit. Let me go this way. But actually we can also exercise them separately, and this helps for them to work together as a strong solid unit. So here's a good finger control exercise which I learnt many years ago. I think it might have been in a Gary Chafee book. He's the guy who taught Vinnie Colaiuta and Steve Smith, I think at Berklee College of Music. And it goes a little bit like this. So we go back to holding our stick in the fulcrum to give us the pivot point. And then when we have that, okay, so actually the pivot point really shouldn't really rely on our first finger holding the stick, because actually all that's going to do is choke the stick. It always should be open. So when we're doing this exercise, we need to be keeping that first finger very open, and then we need to work on playing each finger in turn for 4 strokes. So we'll do this. So the first 4 will be just using the first finger and the fulcrum. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Second will be using the middle finger and the fulcrum. The third will be the ring finger and the fulcrum, and the fourth will be the little finger, or the pinky, as I think some people say that. And that will be 4 strokes as well. So ideally, once you feel comfortable with playing the stick, holding the stick, and using each individual finger, because actually that it can feel quite weird at first. We can break it down to use each finger, and then later we build up to create an exercise where we just play 16 notes, 4 with each finger, and then go back to the top, like so. Okay, so as you can see, it's hard to do at a slow tempo, and actually it is easier once you pick up the pace a little bit, because you get the natural momentum with each bounce. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that, and see you next time for another lesson.